What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekly tarot for the week of August 30th through September 5th of 2021. I cannot believe it's September already. That's wild. Crazy astrology for September and October, but let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Excited as always. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. And living in that most authentic version of yourself. So let's see what we got. Gonna pull my usual little planetary spread that I made up, and I got the Black Moon Astrology Oracle to finish off with, and the Astro dice here next to me too. So we'll see. I've shuffled this deck and the other deck a bunch of times, but I always like to throw a couple on camera and get the energy set, which hopefully is a truthful message that we could all use for this week as we come into the month of September. So don't forget to say rabbit rabbit on Wednesday, September 1st. All right, what do we got? Little Kutski, maybe double Kutski. All right. What do we got? For the sun, we have the Strength card, baby! Well, that's what's up. Looks like that's going to be a theme as the illumination for the sun, getting the Strength card. We're closing out a Leo lunation. I think a lot of this week deals with matters of our heart. And I think we have to find courage. There's like this lion within us that needs to get brought out. Maybe that's the biggest part of the illumination this week, is bringing out that lion essence within us that we might need. As we're progressing, let's see what the moon is. The Seven of Swords upright. All right. So the reflection is a little bit of, it's kind of shady. It's always a little shady energy, I feel like, when we get the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like we're being shady with ourselves and that reflection of ourselves, and are dealing with our personal lives here. We really want to shine and illuminate right now. And it starts with the heart, with the strength, courage. We don't want to, I don't know, not be telling ourselves the full story. Like, this is where we got to kind of own up, I think. It's like, own up to what's going on. Own up to how you're feeling. Don't just keep, lying to yourself or lying to someone else about something that's going on in life. What is that something going to be? We'll figure that out. The Mars card here, so our identification card, is the Five of Cups in reverse. So that's nice, because I feel like we're going to be identifying with some emotion in life that maybe we've been lying to ourselves about. And this is where, getting that Five of Cups reversed, it's like, all right, tired of feeling like we're in the dumps emotionally, or just not getting, these feelings that we want to have. It's like, we got to rise up. There's strength here. So we got to pull into that inner strength, pull into what we need to, illuminate, not, lie, and definitely turn the cycle around. So wherever we're feeling like we're not getting the emotional fulfillment that we're looking for, and we're feeling like we're in this state of lack, I think that's, this is a week where it's like, all right, I'm not in lack. I'm turning the tables around. Yeah, I might have to pull some strength from within to get there, but, at least I'll be, carrying these swords correctly. This guy's always holding the blade. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. We don't want to be hiding our truth on whatever the matter may be. So I think there's some deep emotion here that needs to get turned around, identified, and not just, shoved under the rug or pushed to the side anymore. It's Virgo season. We got to get in there and clean things up and get hypercritical about what's going on in our life. So I think this is a turnaround week here of identifying, likely where we've been a little shady to ourselves. Definitely could be dealing with, shady stuff going on outside of us that's having us, maybe ask a lot of questions, or maybe we're just feeling lied to a little bit. But I think we can see through it as long as we're, in the heart space and, pulling from our own authenticity and grabbing that strength. Like, we're going to see through bullshit, and that's how we're going to turn these things around. So I do like getting the Five of Cups in reverse because I think it's not like we're going to be playing the oh, poor me any longer. Like we're going to identify and turn the tables on where maybe we've been playing tricks on ourselves or, getting some tricks played on us. Mercury going to be fresh into Libra this week, and it did get the High Priestess upright. So definitely dealing with the light and the dark mentally. I mean, we're going to be weighing a lot out. It's interesting getting this card with Mercury coming into Libra because, Mercury in Libra is the great diplomat. Definitely going to be weighing things out, hearing both sides. Got to make decisions, though. I think we have to, be intuitive with our judgment and our discernment mentally. But I think that that's a positive card because we can see both sides pretty clear when you get the High Priestess upright. So whatever's been in the dark, I think is really going to come out and it's going to present itself, even though that's going to try and keep trying to hide, but this is the moon, so it's very personal and that reflection of self. So it's almost like likely we have been hiding something from ourselves here. And this is where, intuitively and within our heart, it's just like, I know that I've been doing it and I'm turning the tables. Like, I'm not going to keep doing this pattern to myself. So definitely a strong intuitive pull here to turn things around and to act accordingly. And I think to not feel like apathetic towards reality even. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things going on that can have us kind of twisted up or feeling a little stagnant. But what are we going to keep telling ourselves that that's where we want to go, or are we going to turn and kind of head the opposite direction? I think this is where intuitively and within the heart it's pretty clear that there's something that's been illuminated in our personal lives here. And this is where we have to be real, like, blunt and honest. Venus gets the Six of Cups in reverse. So interesting. Venus is going to be finishing up here in Libra. It is going to square Pluto by the end of the week. So it's usually like the get out of nostalgia card. Like, got to kind of focus on the present right now. I feel like this could bring up like past instances. It is the relationship spot in this spread, so it almost feels like, maybe past people from the past are coming in, or coming back up either in thoughts or even in just life. And it's like, okay, maybe you showed up for a reason here. What's the reason? Trying to like weigh things out. I think intuitively we'll be able to get to the bottom of that, but we definitely don't want to be sort of lost in the nostalgia of something with people or feelings with people, especially if the intuition's saying that's what's making you feel like something's missing or something's not being shown or there's something sneaky going on. And when it comes to our values here with Venus, I think we have to kind of like create new values. When I look in the astrology and just intuitively tap into that, it's like we kind of have to like stop worrying about what once was valuable and like kind of grab that strength to turn things around and find new value in the current situations that we're in, and to not focus so much on the past or the shady shit that happened in the past that's maybe having us feel like, ugh, do I know what's going on? I've been lied to. I don't know. I think we're definitely going to know. I like getting the High Priestess a lot with Mercury here. But we have to be that diplomat in our life. We got to justify what's fair. And if we feel like we've been lied to or cheated on in some situation in life, like this is where, you see all angles, both sides. But you have to come to some sort of middle ground here. And I don't think you want to focus on what once was with this Venus card position, getting that Six of Cups in reverse. It's like there's really, good things still to come. We can still create good memories and move into what's been illuminated and what's been lit. But it takes courage, I think, to move on. It's like, okay, finding the strength to move forward in some direction and not feel like stagnant or going backwards. I think we're in a fast progression right now, and there's a lot of black and white, kind of. And I'm using black and white cards, but it's like things are pretty black and white right now. Like, why, keep playing in the middle when you know where you want to go that's going to bring you more happiness. We did get the Page of Wands in reverse for Jupiter. Interesting card to get for Jupiter here. I think we still need to keep that youthful energy, really. Like, it's like, that's kind of where the gift's at, but I feel like it's going to take the strength from that sun, that illumination to get there. And it's like, gotta still be curious for what your heart wants. Can't, like, give up. There's something about this that's like ready to turn the corner, ready to grab strength. And then I'm picking up, like, I don't know, is it going to be worth it? Like a lack of like curiosity and changing beliefs. But I really think like there's really powerful gifts and like those little things even that might be making you feel like a kid again instead of feeling really old and bitter right now. And I'll be honest, like I've been that way the last couple of days. It's been hard to keep a very positive mindset and attitude when you look out and see all the stuff that's taking place in reality. And maybe we have to just like keep the curiosity of fun and enjoyment and creativity and passion, and like that's where doors can open and that's where we can see things expand and grow. And it's like kind of gonna, I feel like that Jupiter's gonna feel like a challenge this week with the Page of Wands reversed. So stay curious for love, for matters of the heart. Like that's what's gonna be, bring you into some like future nostalgia, if you will. There's definitely like good things to come, but it's like we have to be willing to turn some things around and like move in the direction that's going to bring us the happiness instead of staying in like beliefs or cycles or a lack of curiosity of what's going to bring us that goodness. And I love that we got the strength card because I mean that's just like a powerful major arcana to get with the sun in the sun spot. It is the sun's card. It is Leo. So turning things around for matters of the heart would be the ultimate gift here. Saturn says 8 of Swords, upright. Definitely, some weird energy that's trying to feel a little, there's a little binding this week. Like, can I make this move? Can I do that? It's so funny. We get the sun quincunx Saturn this week too, and it's like, I mean, we almost have to start making our own rules. Like, because the rules that are going to be kind of like put out there in the world, I don't think, they're going to be really, really binding for a lot of people. So I think we have to kind of like, are those the rules I want to, obey by or abide by? Or am I going to kind of like untie these ropes and free myself? Also an 8. 8 is Saturn. Saturn's strong here. It's usually an illusion, right? The 8 of Swords is like false constraints, the perception of being completely trapped and stuck, mentally thinking that you can't progress forward. So that's like part of the problem here is we got to like push through and not fall into some belief or some ideal that we can't, get out of a situation. I think that's why the strength is important. And like we're just lying to ourselves emotionally and physically if we're going to stay in a position, because of all the, every belief in the world. And getting that Jupiter with the Page of Wands, like I feel like that's kind of where we're at here right now, is like not believing in the new, not believing that there's like this brand new story and this like magic out there. And that's, limiting us. So we're feeling very limited with this card. But the gift is to keep the curiosity to break through and go on the quest and see what's out there, see the divinity. It's got the pyramids in the back. Like we got to quest out to where that divine calling is. where that heart's taking us, and like stop lying to ourselves with some like old belief system of a system that's changing right now, and get ready to move in a new direction. We know it. I feel like the mind, like Mercury is finishing up, like as I'm recording this at 29 Virgo. Like we're ready to take that next step. Like mentally, we have gotten to the very bottom analytically of what's going to make our environments better. And it's been intuitive, it's been right brain, left brain. It's figured it out. So, cut it one time and do the overall. The Magician reversed. We definitely don't want to feel like we lost our magic this week. Like, I think there's things that are trying to stop us from finding our magic, trying to kind of like keep us restrained, held back from some really like empowering personal, personal development and evolution here. So I think we have to remember our magic. And, if we're going to fall victim to someone using their magic on us and not using our magic for ourselves, or just staying in an old pattern, or lying to ourselves, or not believing in ourselves, or not believing that we can still make this adventure of life fun and enjoyable and exciting, like we're definitely going to feel like a little lost, or like the magic wore off. So we got to find the magic this week. It didn't wear off. It's always there, but there's definitely, restriction and things trying to give the perception that the magic isn't around. What do we got here from the Black Moon Astrology? If I pull the 6th house again, I swear, I always pull that card with this. Oh man, the Sun card. Spirit. There is strong spirit with us this week. I think that's a pretty strong dedication. It's the one, it's the sun. This is about you identifying with your magic, identifying with your courage, your will, to see through bullshit, like straight up, like to not feel lied to turn things around. If there's anything that hasn't been going your way, this is the week where if you trust and you kind of give that faith here to the Most High, to the spirit, and you trust in that, but you still identify with your ego that is connected to that consciousness, and you do something about it and not let something take your magic, spell you, lie to you. Don't lie to yourself. Illuminate. That's a big theme for this reading. Strength card with the sun spirit with this astrology card. It's like everything has to have a light shine on it right now. All the dark places within yourself that you might be pushing under the rug with other people. Like, this is a week to purify by looking at those things very intensely. And it takes courage to make these moves. And this whole week is going to revolve around the courage to do something. And it's something around, some bullshit. 7 of Swords is a bullshit card. Like, it's usually lies, deceit, dishonesty. There's some bullshit going on. It could be what we're doing to ourselves for sure, but it could be outside too. And we're going to have the power to discern through that and make new memories, but it's almost like it's going to use the past against us. So be aware of either in yourself using the past to hold you back, or if somebody else comes up and uses the past here to try and deter you from your own improvement, your own growth, your own expansion, that needs to be identified with. So it's definitely an identifying week, and I think there's going to be a strong pull, from spirit to shine a light on these things and to, be a star. The sun is a star. So you kind of have to be that star of your reality, and that takes courage. It takes courage to get on stage and be the lead role. We got Sagittarius, first house, and the moon. Yeah, I mean, identifying with the personal life that you want to have, the expansion within yourself that you can have, changing the course right now for where you honestly feel like you need to go. Paying close attention to, I think, the way that you believe, and not just falling into an old entrapment of a limiting belief, but like breaking through to a more freedom, sense of like pioneering a new way forward that's going to feel more expansive and better, and truly believing in yourself. And I think the more that we believe in ourselves, and not let the past or anything from an old system try and like guide you, and you guide yourself, like that's what's going to manifest for some powerful moves this week. So I do like this reading. I think it's very powerful. It's very illuminated, and it wants freedom, and it wants you to identify and use your intuition to make that choice, that identification, and to move into a new direction, to pioneer a path of love, and to not let old things come into life and try to be some sort of roadblock. Seems like that could show up. There's definitely roadblocks out there, but we turn things around for sure. This is a week where, especially if you're trusting spirit and you've been listening to those signs and doing those things, this is where like a huge like illuminated shift happens. So stoked on this. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you a bunch for all the content this week, and sending you all my love and best. Peace.